Hey, I'm Dr. Flug at Flug Family Chiropractic, and I'm here with Rusty, and we're going to be looking at some shoulder flexibility. Okay, Rusty, let's put your hand on your hip here, please, and then we're just going to look at shoulder range of motion going up overhead. So begin. Let's see. And just go slowly and stop if any of that bothers you. Good. And you can get all the way up there. No pain in the top of the shoulder there?
Nope.
And then we'll bring that back. So that's why I thought Rusty would be good to demonstrate with, because he doesn't have these muscular barriers that prevent opening up the shoulder joint and the AC. So what I mean by that is a lot of people, when they first lift that arm up off their hip, all of their activity is here in this upper trap levator scapular area. So relax it again for me. I want to see this muscle not dominate over the biomechanics of the shoulder as the arm goes up. So sometimes I have to kind of correct motion and bury the shoulder blade, and then we'll get a better look on the backside. But as soon as I kind of bury that shoulder blade, yeah, he wants to flare the ribs a little bit, but it just kind of stops this upper trap from doing too much. So I'm just going to kind of guide this range of motion passively. And then again, what I found interesting with Rusty is he's doing all the lifts. He's doing bench press, farmer's carry, overhead press. He doesn't have pain in this AC joint area. If you do have pain there, it would be a good idea to look at what are my muscular barriers to range of motion. So again, pecs, upper traps, levator scapula, lats, triceps, biceps, and then we'll look at the rotator cuff eventually. But again, I love seeing this clean, smooth, let's try this one more time, arc as he goes up overhead. And then there's a few things going on there, so let's bring that back down. Good. The first movement of the arm going up overhead should come from just the humerus by itself. So I want you to lift to about my hand here, please, and hold. So his shoulder blade doesn't move in that 30, 60 degree range. Once we get to that point, now the shoulder blade has to rotate out, come this way, so that we lose pressure in this AC joint area where most people have pain during exercise. Mostly pressing movements or overhead stuff. And then so we call this scapulohumeral rhythm. They both have to move together to get all the way up over the head and then kind of clear everything out of that AC joint area. And then when I say AC joint, I really just mean the clavicle is the C, and then the A is you find the spine of the scapula, A is the acromion process. So A, C joint right here, right in this acromion process area. It's a good bony landmark. If you have pain anywhere around there, I want to look at all of these muscular barriers. So now we get a better look at the shoulder blade as it moves with the arm going up overhead. So Rusty will just sit up real straight here. Good, thank you. And then he's got a lot of muscle here, so you can't really see the shoulder blade winging out. If I really tried, I could maybe grab onto that, and then now as I make him aware of that, he kind of buries that in there safely where it should be during overhead movement. So just kind of relax there again. So if I'm evaluating someone's shoulder, the first thing I want to see is, okay, can I grab the corner of this shoulder blade, this inferior angle of the shoulder blade? I can't really grab his, so it's probably a reason why he doesn't have pain during a lot of this overhead stuff or pressing movements. So let's try and go over this arc again. And I'll just, start there, and then we'll just go up overhead real slow. Yep, go ahead. And then he's got good trap development and activation, but it's not too much, so it doesn't block that AC joint. So sometimes there's a mechanical block here. I want to demonstrate that a little differently. So do me a favor, and can you resist me here? Yep, and hold right there. So a lot of people come in like this and they don't realize they're positioned like this, or their posture is this bad. Now Rusty's obviously isn't like this, but I'm having him hold it up here for demonstration. So now I want you to try that again. Hold this tight and then go up. Yeah, he couldn't go up there without shutting this off. Now let this go and then go up. So that's paramount when I'm working on shoulder, because it's simply, let's stop guarding here. Let's stop dominating mechanics of the shoulder with this muscle and use these other muscles. So the activation starts here and then comes down around through here as he goes up overhead. Good. And then now we're getting a better picture of this shoulder blade rotating all the way out, giving him space up here. And so a part that I didn't mention before with this scapulohumeral rhythm as he goes up overhead. Let's try it one more time, and I want you to start out from the side. So let's watch his wrist as he goes up overhead. Go ahead. At some point, he has to externally rotate the shoulder. So this wrist started overhand grip, palm down. As he goes up, it turns into a neutral grip. All that is coming from the shoulder in here. So that's your rotator cuff's job, is to stabilize scapula, humerus, give it a little twist at the top so that he takes pressure out of this AC joint. I can't say every, but most shoulder conditions come from losing space around your AC joint. What else do we call that? Rotator cuff syndrome, AC joint impingement, AC joint sprain, bursitis, tendonitis of the biceps tendon, tendonitis of the pec tendon in front, or straining of the external rotator cuff muscles in the back. All of those, to me, are nearly the same thing, or it's at least just saying there's pressure in the AC joint. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're interested in learning more, please check out my other demonstrations on social media and YouTube.